Now. And so great. Well, I'm really so excited because what I'm doing and what I'm offering and what I'm going to teach you is how to live more in your body and less in your head. To really recognize the importance of your emotions and how they play a part in your life and how you can better direct yourself towards what you want by using your emotions, even the negative ones, even the ones that feel bad, So this is just about getting your own power back, truly. I'm offering people freedom, their own personal freedom, the recognition that we all get to make our own decisions and decide what's best for us. Not me telling you what's best for you, but me teaching you how to read your feelings, your physical emotions, the physical sensations in your body that go along with those emotions, and really teaching you how to navigate those and recognize. I actually have a book coming out at some point. It's kind of in the tail end of me writing it, and then goes the editing and all that kind of stuff. But navigating your life, because that's really what this is. It's how we live our lives every day. And just like you were saying, you recognize that for your own personal, feeling good about things, you had to change some things up. So that tells me that you're aware of how you feel and that kind of stuff. So that is absolutely fantastic. So the first thing that I want to do is we'll take you through a breathing exercise. But actually, first, let me ask you, tell me how your body is feeling right now. Just take a couple of deep breaths and just relax and tell me what you're noticing in your body.
Definitely, I feel a bit tired.
Okay.
It's early for me. Yeah, definitely lethargic. A little bit sore in my body. I think that's probably from a workout I did, but I'm definitely feeling that.
Excellent. Well, that's good because you're aware of how things are feeling. So now we're going to go through this breathing exercise, and then we'll get down into your body and just notice if any thoughts come up, any feelings, emotions, typically, as we're moving through, and just notice where those places are. If you're feeling a little tension in your shoulders, and as we move through that area, if something comes up, just notice that. Notice if it's a pattern going on in your life. And this is just really for you to relax. We're going to get you into your body. We're going to move around and kind of feel those tight spots, any place that you feel like you've got some tightness or tension, and we're going to let that move. And as we move through this, and you'll kind of get a real feel for what I'm talking about, how your emotions are so important in your life. So we'll first start off and just sit up straight and tall for me. Take a nice deep breath. And just stretch your neck out a little bit. Look down and give yourself a nice stretch in the back of your neck. And this is all to your tolerance. I don't want you doing anything. Don't stretch too far and hurt yourself. This is all about you noticing any tight spots, noticing what your body really feels like. So just leaning your head down a little bit forward and just a little tension in the back of that neck. Just stretching those vertebrae out. Just pull your arms in front of you and let yourself have a nice stretch in your shoulders and your upper back, and relax. Just noticing how that feels. And pull your arms behind you like you're giving the big old hug. Pull your arms back and stretch that chest out. Nice deep breath into your open chest. You can pull your arms up over your head with your hands interlocked, just stretching out all your torso. Now relax, put your hands in your lap, and just notice how you're feeling down in your arms. Notice the sensations through your shoulders, down your elbows, into your wrists and your hands. We've gotten some energy moving now, and so maybe you'll feel a little something in the palms of your hands, perhaps. And if you don't, that's fine too. It's all perfect. So now take a deep breath right into your heart. Just open your heart up and breathe deep there. And give yourself nice, relaxing. You can feel when you put your hand on your throat or your heart, when you give yourself a nice sigh like that, you can feel the vibration. Yeah, feel that vibration. And just notice, because we are vibrational beings. So drop further down into your solar plexus, just below your rib cage. Breathing, relaxing, feeling what you feel there. Drop your awareness down a little bit lower into your belly. Take a nice soft breath and soften around your belly. Feel anything you feel there. Yeah. Take another breath and drop down into your seat. Feel where your bottom is touching the chair and your thighs resting on your chair, wherever you're sitting. Just notice any sensations you're feeling. Bring your awareness down through your thighs into your knees. Notice if you're feeling any tightness there, any achy, just any feelings that you're having, just normal body sensations. Drop your awareness now down into your calves, through your shins, into your legs, to your ankles. Curl your ankles around, roll them front and back, curl your toes and open them. Really just relaxing, noticing what you're feeling, noticing the physical sensations in your body. Now tell me what you're feeling physically in your body.
A bit more, it's woken up a bit more. The breathing has opened up some emotional
Awesome.
channels.
Good. So tell me.
I realize that my body's actually holding on to a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
So it's wanting to release that a bit.
Yes, good deal. And listen, crying is absolutely fabulous. Let yourself have it. Let yourself have this emotion. It's all right. This is perfect. You know, crying is the easiest way for us to move energy because it's just natural and we do it anyway. And that's the beauty of the way our bodies are set up, is that we're supposed to allow this energy to move and flow. It flows through us, but we hold on to it, not really realizing or knowing why or even trying to for sure. So just let yourself flow with that. Let yourself cry. This is perfect. You are safe here. You are absolutely cared for and supported. So just relax and just let those tears come and tell me where you're feeling it physically in your body.
It, mostly in my abdomen.
Okay, good.
Also in my throat.
Yeah, okay, good. Perfect. So what I want you to do, I want you to envision that you are lying on your yoga mat or a massage table and that I am holding the heels of your feet in the palms of my hands. And I'm just really helping you to move that energy and allow that to shift and move. So I want you to just focus your attention lightly and lovingly and so gently on the feeling in your abdomen and also the feeling in your throat. We're going to start with the abdomen, though, because that energy is going to rise up. So I want you to notice as we're talking and as this energy is moving that you can feel it rising up. You may feel it through your chest and then maybe feel it a little more tightly in your throat. So just let it rise up. And as it rises, it might make your head feel tight. Maybe you'll feel a little dizzy for a second, but that's okay. No worries. The energy is moving and it's going to rise up. And so I want you to also envision that your crown chakra, that the top of your head is just opening like a skylight, wide open, so that channel is really open and allowing this energy, this old energy, to just flow right through. Give yourself another couple of breaths. Tell me what you're noticing in your body. Perfect. You're doing great. You're doing fantastic. This is exactly how it's supposed to go. This is the way it works. You're all right. This is fantastic. You let energy move and it flows right through. And whatever the scenario is around those feelings, that can shift as well. So just keep letting it move. And if your mind starts telling you something scary or that doesn't feel good, say you're okay in your own mind. Be your own biggest cheerleader and say, okay, you're okay, you're okay. It's all energy and it's all moving. This too shall pass. It's okay. You're doing great.
There's a lot of pain.
Yeah. Where do you feel that? Is that emotional pain or is it physical?
It's emotional.
Yeah.
But it manifests itself in my body.
Yeah. Yes. So as we allow this to move, as it's coming up, and the fact that you're feeling it, I want you to know this all the time. The fact that you're feeling it means that it wants to move, and it is moving. And the only way that we can stop it from moving is if we get into our head about it, if we start thinking about why it is that we're feeling this way. Because a lot of times, a current situation will bring these feelings up for you. It will show you that you've got this going on in your vibration. And so you'll get real mad or real sad or scared and upset about what's going on right now, about this current situation. But what really is happening is that this energy is from childhood, from our young lives, when some things have happened to us and we hold on to them and we don't really know how to let them go. And besides not knowing how to let them go, our mind is wired to hold on to these feelings. Where you might think, I've gotten past that, I've moved through it, it's over, I've forgiven this person, but your body is holding on to that energy because it's trying to protect you. It says this: if I let you forget this, you could then put yourself in a position to be hurt again. So I'm going to hold on to this hurt so that it's protecting you. Because if you still feel it, then you won't put yourself in a position to get hurt again. And what that does is create a vibration in our body that attracts and recreates the same sort of situations over and over again that feel that very same way, that have that same flavor of pain, of sorrow, of anxiety, of worry. And so, just knowing this information, let yourself take a big deep breath and relax. It's all energy and it's all moving. You are doing fantastic. Fantastic. Tell me what you're noticing in your body.
My abdomen has let it go.
Good.
My throat is much less tight.
Good. So when you feel that energy in your throat, I want you to just tilt your head back just a little bit. Open your mouth and put your hand on your throat so you can feel that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Say yes and thank you. Yes, because you're moving this energy. You're allowing this energy to go. And it's really as simple as that. It's just allowing ourselves to embrace this feeling and experience your experience right now, rather than getting on the phone and calling someone or running to go do something else to distract yourself from this feeling. If you can just be with it for just a little bit, and it doesn't take too long. It can be if we're really resistant to it, but for the most part, if you'll just be in any moment with the feeling that you're having. Your emotions are energy in motion. And so just know that. Just know that that's what's happening. And as you let yourself feel that and be here now, it's shifting. The energy is shifting. The energy is moving. And so the situation that energy is around, that it's brought up around, that situation can shift and change into a whole different reality than the one you're currently facing. And it's all perfect. It's all so, so perfect. And when we can recognize how beautiful this system is, this divine instrument panel that is our body, this guidance that we get from the universe that says, when you think bad thoughts, it feels bad physically in your body. When you think positive thoughts, that feel bad in your body, it just means you don't believe them, and that you've got to move through very gently and lovingly that energy that says that's not true. That can't happen. So tell me, is there anything that's coming up that you want to talk about, or tell me how your body's feeling?
I think it's been a lot of I have in the past, and I suspect currently, though I'm not medicated anymore for it, I've suffered from clinical depression.
Yeah.
And it has certainly always been it's an everyday battle.
Yeah.
And lately, just being stressed about figuring out what the next step is. I have somebody that I love who doesn't live in the same country as me at this point. So, and there's a lot of stress there.
Yeah.
And a lot of loneliness.
Yes. Yes. So let me just first say that depression. Do what?
It not hurt.
Yeah, I know. It's okay, because we're moving through this, and I promise you that you're going to feel way better when we've finished, and you're going to have some tools that are going to help you to move through this energy much more quickly. And let me say something about depression, that depression is just a numbing of your feelings. It's you not being able to feel the feelings that you need to feel. And I want you to know that you're absolutely safe. You are supported, and you are loved and cared for beyond any knowledge that you have. You can't even wrap your mind around the love and support that you have. And so I want you to relax and let yourself feel those things, feel whatever it is that you're feeling, and notice that when we talk about the depression, when you talk about the depression, tell me if that resonates specifically in your body. Do you feel that in your stomach? Is that in your throat? Tell me what you're feeling there.
Certainly, yeah, those are the two places that I tend to feel it the most. My back can also seize up a lot.
Good.
That's more, I notice that more if I haven't allowed myself to get enough sleep.
Yes.
There's a specific part in my back, near my spine, on the right, that will just be aching.
All right.
And sometimes, progressed, but I tend to find that I become a bit of an insomniac because I'm trying to distract myself.
Yeah.
You know. And, so that happens.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. And listen, these things are going to happen less and less because I promise you, we are moving big energy right now. Big energy, because I can feel that in my hands. And just let yourself let it go as you're noticing these things. Oh, say yes and thank you. Yes, because it's all for you. All of this stuff, all this energy that you're moving right now and allowing to move is going to allow your paradigm to shift. The life that you're living, you're not going to have to wake up with anxiety every morning. I understand. I lived with guilt and anxiety. I woke up every day. It was just like simmering in my body. And I tell you, when I wake up every day and know that even if things aren't exactly as I want them to be, I'm fantastic and life is okay. Life is great. Life is absolutely fantastic and supporting me. And all I have to do is allow myself to fully experience my experience. We are vibrational beings living in a vibrational universe. Yes, we are physical, but at the core of who we are, we're just a little bunch of vibrating mass, truly. And so I want you to think about these feelings in your body, this feeling in your stomach, and this feeling in your throat. That it's just energy moving. I can tell you for sure the feeling in your throat, this is about self-expression. And so in whatever area of your life that you're having trouble expressing yourself, we're just going to soothe ourselves around that and just soften around your throat. And your belly seems like, going out and getting it. And how's this going to happen? And how am I going to take care of myself? And what's going to happen? So just soften yourself around that and know that you are cared for, that you are absolutely loved and cared for, and you're protected. Truly, and safe, really safe. We don't always think that we are because we've been listening to the news too much, maybe reading the newspaper and just watching commercial after commercial after commercial telling you need some medicine, you need to take a pill to get yourself over whatever it is that's going on in your life. But what you need to do is just let the energy move, is just soothe yourself around whatever it is that's happening, and really let yourself be in your body more often. Because when you live in your body, you're going to be able to navigate your life so much better. Whereas you have this bad feeling, and instead of, see what society today is like, work hard, plow through it, jump in the face of fear. And I mean, it's like, it's telling you the opposite of what you should be doing. You should line your energy up and then make a move. I would never make some big move when I felt bad, when I was scared or worried or nervous, or, I would feel through that energy and allow myself to come to a place of peace and calm. And then from there, I'm able to make better decisions. More opportunities are available to me. My mind is open more to the possibilities rather than, what is going to keep it from happening. So it's, as you allow this energy to move, your mind is going to open up. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to be able to make better decisions. And so just soothe yourself. You're okay. You're okay. This is all right. I love you so much. I love you so much. We're going to do this. It's going to be fine. I'm going to let this energy move. It's all working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. So tell me how you're feeling physically in your body.
I'm actually feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Good. Good.
Actually, yeah. I really don't feel as much tightness.
Awesome.
Anywhere I feel much more centered.
Very good. So can you feel how that shifted? Did you really have the experience of feeling that energy in your abdomen rising up through your body? Were you able to notice that?
Yeah, definitely, because my abdomen calmed before my throat did, and my throat got worse. worse.
Yeah.
Before it got better.
Yeah.
So I could tell that the energy had shifted into my throat and then out.
Yeah. Awesome. 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 Fabulous. This is God, this is why I do this. I love it so much. I love it so much. I love being able to help you feel better. And so now that you've shifted that energy, we've moved through that. And I also want to say this, is that if that energy it's not coming back. If you feel it again, if you feel the tightness in your stomach, if you feel something in your throat, that just means there's a little more to move through. And sitting with yourself, breathing, allowing yourself to relax, soothing yourself, being very kind and loving and gentle with yourself, this is the way to allow that energy to move again. But it's a new wave. It's nothing coming back, because people will say, well, I was feeling great and then it all came back. And I'm like, no, it didn't come back, because what you've moved is gone. So say thank you. Yes. Oh, thank you. But now, if you have more energy to move, you'll allow that to move. And this will be the way that you live your life. You run into something that frustrates or upsets you, and you say, ugh, and you don't get mad at the person in front of you. You say, ooh, where's that feeling in my body? You soften that feeling, soften in your stomach, soften in your chest, in your throat, allow the energy to move. And then you can feel how much more clarity and centered you feel, how much more calm and peaceful and able to make a decision, you know? So now tell me what you want.
What I want?
Yes.
I want to feel peace.
Yes.
No matter what the external circumstances actually are.
Yeah.
Whether they're what I've envisioned or what they're not. I want to wake up in the morning and I want to feel gratitude and peace.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Awesome. So now tell me where you feel in your body. When you say that, what is your body? How does it respond?
I feel like a warmth in my chest.
Good.
When I say that, and it tightens my throat, but not in the same way.
Yeah.
I've always been a very, very emotional person.
Yeah.
My body cries very, very easily.
Me too.
And it cries when I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, there's definitely that thinking about waking up with gratitude and peace is something I long for.
Yes. Well, you are on your way. You are absolutely on your way, because if your body, when I ask people what they want and they tell me, and then I'll say, so how do you feel about that? And a lot of times people will say, my mind said it can't happen. Or I felt in my chest or my stomach, like, I want that, but I don't believe that I can have it. So the fact...
I've moved... I think that I know it's attainable.
Yeah.
I have hope. I have belief.
Yes.
I do naturally see roadblocks a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a pessimist, but I certainly do. My mind does start thinking about all of the ways that it won't happen.
Yeah.
Rather than all of the ways that it will.
That's all right. That's all right. Because listen, we're just now starting. So today is the first day of the rest of your life. And I want you to take a deep breath and say, oh, bless my heart, bless my heart. That's how it was. But now that now that you have these tools and that this awareness, is rising in you, that you can say to your mind, oh, bless your heart. Yes, it can. And when you hear your mind say that these things can't happen, I want you to immediately, like it was attached by a rope or a string, the thought is attached to a physical sensation in your body. So when that thought comes up, I want you to hold on to it and say, okay, hold on. Where are you? Is this in my stomach, in my abdomen? Is this in my throat? And give yourself just a few minutes to breathe into that and to soften around it and say, oh, bless your heart. That's an old belief. What's the youngest age that you can think about that you experienced that feeling of anxiety or worry? Like just let your mind, don't think too hard. We're just letting this come up because we're going to just move the energy around that one of those initial big situations that kind of started this. So the bad feelings, the anxiety, the worry, whatever it is that you're feeling, just open your mind and allow to rise that first incident that really started this ball rolling. Because what happens is these things happen, these incidences, when we're children or young adults, and we hold on to it. And then it's like patterns emerge, obviously. I realized when I was 20 that I had this if-then scenario going on. Well, if that happened, then I'd be happy. Or if he would only do this, then I would be happy. Or if that happened. And all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, Crystal, you keep saying if and then. And so then these things would happen because I thought, oh, if I could just get away from my husband, then I would be happy. I'd be able to be happy. And I got away from him and then I wasn't happy. Oh, but then if I could just get this, then I'd be happy. And so all these scenarios, and then it was like patterns were emerging. Like, okay, you're going to keep getting that until you do something different. And so that's what happens. We get these things going on in our bodies. We get this vibration going, and we're vibrational boomerangs. We're throwing it out there constantly, even when we don't know we are, because that's the nature of this world that we live in. Quantum physics has been telling us for over 100 years that we create our reality, and that the observer creates the situation, it affects it, influences it. And so this is what I'm trying to really teach people to do, is to recognize, by me worrying and moving forward in this vibration of worry and upset, I'm only creating another scenario just down the road. Maybe not in this. Maybe I get a flat tire, or maybe I get stranded on the road, or maybe I run out of gas. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating this, whatever this feeling is. It's just going to come again and again and again because it's saying, yoo-hoo, here I am. Just needing to move here. Just needing to move. And we say, no, shh, be quiet, I'm busy. I got stuff to do, and we stuff that feeling down, and so then it knocks a little louder. And the next time it shows up, it's a little bit louder. And so when we recognize these patterns and scenarios in our lives, have you heard people say, this happens to me all the time? And I say, well, when we move the energy, it stops happening. So you are on your way, truly, to really, really, really being free, because you've just moved a whole ton of energy. You're feeling a little more peaceful in your body, and you're now getting the understanding and the hang of really letting that feeling move, letting myself just wrap my arms around my stomach. You know what I'm saying? Or put one hand on my heart and one hand on my belly and just hold myself, or wrap my arms around myself and put my cheek on my shoulder and just hug me and say, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. It's so hard for you, but it's okay. It's going to get easier and easier. Life is just getting better and better. You're going to do great. You're already doing great. We just don't really allow ourselves to see that all the time.
No, standards are so high.
Yeah.
And then when I don't meet them, I just feel awful.
Well, you know what? Bless our hearts, because here's the deal. We're the only ones that hold ourselves to that standard, and we wouldn't hold anyone else to that standard. And so let yourself off the hook. I want you to be, from this day forward, your own biggest cheerleader. I don't ever want you to get mad at yourself again, get frustrated. Let yourself feel frustration, feel irritation, but don't direct it at yourself, because that will keep you stuck and won't ever let it go. So when you can say, you know what, I'm pretty darn good. I do the best I can, and I try to be an honest and upstanding person, and I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I'm okay. I'm okay. And the best way for me to get what I want in my life is to be my own best supporter. And so really drop that idea that you're not enough, because that's ridiculous. The fact that you have been born into this physical reality and that you draw breath right now means that you are worthy. You are enough. And you know what? You've done enough. You work hard enough. We got to get out of this mentality of hard work, because guess what? What we're supposed to be doing is leveraging what's easy for us for money. This is how people should be getting their jobs. Like, okay, what's the easiest thing for me to do? And I'll go and market myself to people who have a difficult time doing what I have an easy time doing. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm happy to pay someone to do something that I don't like. I'm happy to. And if it's easy for them, that's who I want to pay. Because then I know that they're, first of all, enjoying it. Second of all, it comes easy for them. And so if everyone in the world were doing what came easy to them and being paid for it, and paying the people to do the things that are difficult, paying someone else that it's easy for, we would all be so happy. We would be so happy. So think about in your life where you're causing yourself to struggle with something that you're not appreciating or enjoying. And I want you to back off. I want you to take a deep breath and let yourself move the energy around that and see how you can shift your perception and your perspective of the whole situation and let it be easier. And you know what? If it doesn't work, dump it. Do something different. Change it up. You have that power. This is your life. It's your life, and you deserve every bit of happiness and joy and health. And all of that is available to you. And really letting yourself do the things that you enjoy doing, that you appreciate doing, that you love to do. These are things that are going to create more wealth and abundance and health and happiness and joy in your life. Your partnerships are going to come together. The whole different country thing is just going to shift. You never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. Let's talk about that for just a second. We'll move the energy around it so you'll feel better.
I spent 6 months in Europe this year.
Yeah.
Working. Because I could take my work anywhere, and I asked my boss to move to Europe. And in England, I met the person that I want to marry, and he was already committed to going to teach in Japan.
Yeah.
And so he left and went to Japan, and we talk every day, or text, or talk, whatever, every day. And I'm going there in a little over a month to visit for Christmas, which is very happy.
Yeah.
I'm applying to go teach there as well, to do a program, so that I can be in Japan. And it is very involved, and it is very stressful.
Yeah.
To try to, I really, really want to do it. For more reasons than just to go follow him to Japan. I really enjoy helping people. I really want to work with kids. I like gaining international experience. There's so many reasons why I should do it.
Yes.
But it's also because there's that pressure to do it that I'm placing on myself instead of letting it be fun and
awesome.
An adventure and all the things that I want it to be.
Excellent. Listen.
I'm scared and stressed.
All right. So tell me, as you're talking about this, where is it coming up in your body? Where are you feeling it?
In my throat so much. My chest.
Yes. All right. Good. So let's just breathe. Just breathe. And again.
My shoulders.
Good deal. Good deal. Awesome. So just relax, and I want you to just roll your shoulders around gently, just real small movements. And I want you, again, just envisioning that I have the heels of your feet in the palms of my hands, and I'm just helping draw this energy through and allowing it to move. So just breathe. Oh, because let me tell you, as you allow this energy to move, it gets easier. It gets more exciting. See, you're just feeling the nervousness and worry from ages, from this situation and the one before it and the one before it and the one before it. And so we're letting this move, and then you're going to be able to have more clarity. It's going to be easier. It's going to be much easier to deal with than you're currently experiencing. So just, yes, thank you. Yes and thank you are your two words. I want you to say yes and thank you, especially when you feel bad, especially when something bad happens that you don't want. Oh, yes. Yes and thank you, because now I notice, like, this is the vibration I have going on around this situation. And so thank you for the awareness. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the red flag. So appreciate it. Appreciate it. Allow it to pass. Allow it to move. Let yourself say, oh, pluck your little brain out from between your ears and put it on the table next to you and say, okay, hold on. I'll think about that in a minute. I'll think about how hard it is and how much pressure and stress. And I'm going to think about that in a minute. But right now, I'm going to feel what I feel about it. And let yourself breathe. So just keep breathing, noticing what you're feeling. Allow that energy to rise. If it's in your throat, give yourself some nice sighs. This is what we do for babies. What do you do for a baby that's crying? You pick it up and you say, oh, oh, oh. You give it a pat. Bless your heart. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. You hold it tight to you, and you say, oh, it's all right. How soothing we can be. So let's be soothing to ourselves. So, so very soothing. Yeah. Because the whole situation shifts when the energy moves. So this is how I wake up in peace every day. Because I know that all I have to do is allow the energy to move and everything changes. And you're in control. You're in control. And that's not a bad thing, because being in control, you get to allow the things that you need to help you. You get to allow yourself to shift that energy to create new situations. And so us being in control is really, really, really so much more preferable to us thinking that something else outside of ourselves is controlling our lives. Because it's not. It's us. Some people don't like that. It's hard for them to hear, but I was thrilled when I learned, when I read at 22 years old, with a 2-year-old child in an abusive relationship, when I read that I had control over my life, I rejoiced, because he was bigger than me and he was stronger than me, and I had no power in my physical life. And it was such a relief. And it's funny to me, because all these years later, when I've, doing the work that I do now, I don't get it when people don't want control of their lives. I don't understand, because it was the day that I started living, truly. Because I thought better me than somebody else, because I know my heart. I know my heart. I know what I want. I know what I need to hear. And so let yourself be in control of your own life. Let yourself off the hook. Quit deciding that something needs to, be this way or that way, and just let it flow. What feels good to you today? What do you need to do today? What's in front of you? Put one foot in front of the other and move yourself in the direction of what you want. Keep your focus on what you want. Keep your focus on where you're going. When your mind tells you, and it will, this sucks, that's not right, this is wrong, I hate that, that's terrible, she shouldn't have done that, he's wrong, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So you say, yeah, thank you, we're going over here. We're going over here. So ultimately what's just happened is you've moved. You've moved to a new place. And your mind is going to try to drive you back to your old house. And that old house is the one that's filled with the negative focus, with the, this is wrong, I'm not going to be able to do that, this is not going to work out for me. That's the old house. And so what happens if you move apartments or you move houses and you leave work one day and you start heading to the wrong place? You say, oh crap, and you make a turn and you just drive to the new place. You don't keep driving, drive to the old place, and then sit in the parking lot saying, damn it, I drove to the wrong place. Oh, I hate this. You don't do that. You just say, oops, I've moved. We don't live there anymore. Oh, back over here. Got to make a left at this light and a right at the next one, and then we'll be on our way. And so let yourself do that mentally. Let yourself say, oops, I was focusing negatively, and now I'm going to focus positively. Oops, I don't want that. And I'm giving my attention to it. So it's okay. No problem. No problem. Oh, of course I notice that I'm thinking and focusing negatively because my stomach hurts, because my heart is clenching, because my throat's closing up. And I say, oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Let yourself have a moment. Take a bath. Light some candles, turn on some music, put your robe on, drink a cup of hot tea. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself physically. Let me tell you, when we feel bad physically, our minds are out of control. Because it's constantly like trying to say what may be wrong with you, who did this, why did they do that, how could they, there's a problem. It's when you don't feel good physically, your mind is going to take you down 100 wrong roads, and they're all going to feel bad, and they're going to take you to the same place with some more crap that happens again that makes you feel bad. But when you feel bad, if you can say, okay, hold on, let's stop this train. Right now, stop it. What do I need right now? Right now, I need to put a sweater on because I'm feeling kind of cold. Right now, I need a cold, refreshing beverage, or I need a hot cup of tea, or I need to just sit down, light some candles, turn on some really soft music and relax, or I need to put on some rock and roll or some crazy music and dance like a wild woman and move this energy out. What do you need? Notice in every moment that you are capable of fulfilling your own needs. And when you begin to do that on a regular basis and you just stop and we're just noticing, and this is your first session, so you're just now getting this information. So I want you to know it's going to get easier and easier and easier because you're just going to stop yourself when you're focused negatively. Because what I want for you is positive expectation. Because I promise when you're able to shift that around and you have positive expectation, everything changes. Everything changes because then it's all open to change. Because it's only when we're holding on to things so tightly that we don't like that we're not allowing that shift to come. Tell me how your body's feeling. Tell me how your body's feeling.
A lot more relaxed.
Good.
Just a lot more relaxed. Even more so than before. Because more energy,
Yeah. Yeah.
More energy. Yeah.
Perfect.
Talking about driving to a new house away from the old house, I had such clear imagery in my head of what that looked like.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. And that's what I try to do is, and whatever comes to me is what I say, but just to give you that example that you can really wrap your mind around. And so I love it. I love that. That makes me happy. And it truly is. It truly is. We're not going to get mad when we make a wrong turn. We just then course correct. We make the next turn that we need to make. And it's all okay. It's all okay. You're doing fantastic. And let me say, oh, honey, you are letting that energy move. It is so good. This is so, so good. There is not one single thing to worry about. You are doing fantastic, and everything that you want wants you too. I want you to know that. Everything that you want is trying so hard to get to you. And the only thing that you have to do to allow it to get to you is relax, is soothe yourself, allow yourself to be uplifted, allow yourself to really give yourself a break. Yeah. Wonderful.
It was interesting in the middle of releasing all of that energy, even when I was crying, my body, I couldn't help myself from smiling.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, it was very odd. I've never experienced that before at all.
Yes.
Where I lived, like, there's so much coming out and shifting that it was like the cross between the sadness and the stress and all of that, and like allowing that joy and excitement to come through. It was like all there at the same time. It was very,
Yes.
not even overwhelming, just like uncontrollable.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's fantastic.
Really cool.
Wonderful.